Yellow! Guess what today is?
Thursday.
Wrong! Today is day 14 of our 75 soft challenge, which means it's reward day! So last weekend when we completed 7 days of our 75 soft, I kind of forgot to record me getting my reward. But you would just have to trust me when I say what we got as our reward was a sticker book. And we did go to Action and found the cutest sticker book. I haven't started using it because I wanted to do it with you guys. Oh, how sweet. However, today, being our second completed week, we are going to add 4 more rewards into our reward jar and then choose a reward to go buy today. So I'm thinking let's pick out our new reward, go buy it, come back, and then we might try and do something with our sticker book, maybe start a new page on our journal. And I will also tell you how my 2 weeks of 75 soft has been going. So let's go. Moment to go. Give me a good one. Please be a good one. Color pens! Oh, I love color pens. The good thing is, I did have some color pens with me, but they're all running out of ink. So perfect timing. Let's go buy some color pens. We have 2 amazing options. Ta-da! Ta-da! Which one? I really like this one because it feels like a felt pen. But I like this one because it's so cute. You look at it.
Take
Which one?
both.
Really?
കണ്ണ് കാണിക്ക് പണ്ടി തിരിക്കി മുഖത്തോട് വന്നാണ്.
Unfortunately, we have a third option, and I think we are going to choose this. This is like a fine liner pen, but it's on offer for €3. It's supposed to be €5, and we cannot deny a deal. So I think we are taking this one. So one of my reward options was funky slippers. And you know what? If I had gotten that as my gift for today, I would have definitely gotten Grinch. I love Grinch. I know he's grumpy, but so am I. I do have a green sock, so maybe today we'll wear green socks. Merry Grinchmas! I feel like Grinch is my spirit animal. Alrighty, we are back at home. We have our new color pens. I'm so excited to use them today. And I thought we'd get into our journaling. But first, Yashin got me these Christmas earrings. Aren't they so cute? I love it so much. And even though it's not Christmas, let's change up our current earrings and wear those just for the vibes, shall we? Alright, 3, 2, 1. Oh, cute! I love it so much. It's so cute. Everybody is saying, "Good job, Yashi." Alright, so for my journal spread, we are thinking about creating like a my favorite stickers kind of spread. Because you know, the thing about stickers is that I think stickers are supposed to complement a page, right? So if you have a favorite sticker, or if I have a favorite sticker, I find it so hard to like put it somewhere because I'm scared that it will just blend in with the others and it doesn't get the appreciation that it needs, you know? So this book has around 50 sheets, and I'm thinking I'll go through each one and then choose like my favorite one from each page and have a special spread for that because yeah, I think that would be super cute. And since the idea of just creating the journal might not be very engaging for you guys, I thought why not we answer some questions about completing 75 soft. I will tell you it was quite challenging, okay? Especially those days when you were like tired, you are sick and things like that. I found those days to be challenging especially, but nonetheless I'm so happy we made it to the 2 week mark. Good job us. Good job.
Have you started your 75 hard or 75 soft?
Let me know, okay? So we can keep each other accountable. I asked our chat GPT Chetan for some questions, some reflection questions, and it gave me a bunch based on my rules and based on like certain topics. So I thought we'd choose one from each category and then answer it. Okay. Also, one more thing. These are the Grinch socks I was talking about. Isn't it so cute? Love that for me. Alrighty. Moving on to the first question is which was the rule that surprised me by being easier than expected? Now, I'm going to be honest. All of them feel pretty easy up until now. I didn't expect that. I think maybe like eating thrice a day might be a little bit challenging for me here and there just because I wake up late and that kind of like, you know, shifts my entire eating schedule. But the one that was easiest and I did not expect was the water one. And maybe it's because like 1 liter is not that much, but I think for me it was a lot because as I mentioned in like our first video, I wasn't very good at drinking water. And so I thought, like, you know, oh, it's going to be super difficult. I'm going to have a hard time with it. I'm going to forget, things like that. And did I forget? Yeah, there were a couple of instances where I forgot. But for the most part, I feel like that was the easiest. And I wasn't expecting that. That was a pleasant surprise. I'm very happy about it. So first we are going to lay maybe brown paper here. I don't know if brown is going to be too much, but I feel like all of our stickers are very colorful, so maybe it will help them pop a little bit. So let's go ahead and stick that. And that leads us to our second question. Am I starting to crave structure or freedom more? I feel like this is such an amazing question because even yesterday night, before bed, I don't know. I've been getting into a habit of just self-reflection every night. I feel like that is kind of expected because I'm journaling in the night and just summarizing my day as a whole. And I yesterday night I was thinking about how when I used to live in Rome, I had this habit of like waking up early in the morning, like not even early in the morning, like waking up, but then dedicating the first half an hour to just my quiet time, having breakfast, having coffee, and doing my Bible study and everything. And I kind of lost that habit. Now it's more so like, okay, whenever I have some time, I will do my journaling. I will do my Bible study and things like that. And a part of me just really wants that back, you know. The other day I saw a video of grandmother of an auntie writing the Bible down. Like she was going through page by page in my native language and then writing it down, like copying it and then like, you know, making a her own copy of the Bible. And I thought that was so cool because I don't know if I've showed you guys ever, but I used to be a huge like Bible a Bible journaling girly. I don't know if that's the right word, but I used to love taking like paragraphs of scripture and then like doing deep studies. And I used to have these like sticky notes, and then I used to like make notes in my Bible. I loved that so much. But I don't do that anymore. Even if I'm reading my Bible, I just read it. I try to understand it, and most of the time I'm doing it on my phone. So I don't even like do like physical writing, which I used to love. And so I was thinking about that yesterday night. I was also thinking about how like all of these rules of 75 soft are starting to get a little easy for me. Like it's becoming more part of my habit, which is great. I love that for me. But also like I don't feel challenged some days. Like when I'm having a hard day, when I'm tired, sure it feels like a challenge. But on a normal day, I don't feel challenged anymore. So I'm thinking like, should I start habit stacking maybe? Like taking up more hobbies that would keep me like, you know, make it a little bit more challenging. I don't know. I'm also scared that it would make everything so much harder and I would lose motivation altogether to do even the things that I'm, currently doing. And so I don't know. What are your thoughts on habit stacking? I also like wrote down in my brain dump page, I wrote down some things that I want to start doing. Like I've been really into watching videos of people like crochet or embroidery and things like that. So I'm wondering if I should take up any of those hobbies. And especially now that it's starting to get very cold outside, I think that'll be a nice little hobby to have. It'll be super cute. And also, hey, I'm also building habits for my future. So I think to answer the question, I think I'm starting to crave more structure. I thought it would be the opposite, where I would feel so that I have way too many rules. But the opposite has been true, which is so cool, so nice. All right, what do we title this page? Maybe like sticker dump, maybe. Oh, I like that, sticker dump. Let's do that. And that leads us to our next category, which is food, energy, and real life eating. I feel like this part is one that I don't know. I don't want to say that I failed, but I definitely did have a hard time with it because, as I said, I've been waking up late and then to have to like hurry up and have breakfast and then 2 hours later to have lunch was starting to become a little exhausting. And so this is the rule that I don't know how to modify it. I don't know how to revise it to fit like my schedule and my lifestyle. Or should I altogether change my lifestyle to fit my eating habits? Sometimes it's not possible, especially when I have the evening shift and I come back home at like midnight or 1 a.m. and then expecting myself to get up early and then get breakfast going and things like that is starting to become a little bit of a problem. But also, like, to be honest, some days I just scrolled on TikTok and then went to bed at like 4 a.m., which is what happened yesterday night. I couldn't sleep until 5 a.m. Can you believe that? And then I had to wake up at 7:30 because I had an appointment to go to at 8:50. But so this is something that I really have to revise, and I feel like this is the only rule that I'm not very satisfied with myself because yeah, sure, I'm having 3 4 meals, but also is it in a healthy way? Am I just doing it because I have to do it? I feel like I'm not listening to my body anymore, things like that. So that is a difficult one for me. That's a difficult one. Also, do you like my sticker dump? It's a little crooked, but it's okay. All right, next is about our reading, journaling, and reflection. And I like the question about my journaling. Have journaling and reading helped my mental health or self awareness? I can definitely say that journaling has really helped me, first of all, with my memory. It is embarrassing to think about the amount of times I went to journal and then I just sat there thinking, what did I do today? Like, I feel like my attention span is embarrassing. I think it's all that TikTok that I'm watching and all the doom scrolling that I'm doing, but I feel like that has raised concern, but also given me an activity to practice memorizing things or kind of like work on my memory. to kind of think of, oh, what did I actually do today and what part of it did I enjoy, kind of thing. And I also noticed that I'm a lot more appreciative of things. Like yesterday, Yashin took me to this little Tokyo street in Dusseldorf. The coolest experience. I hope I can put out a vlog about it. We took so many videos. We had such a nice time, and I told Yashin at one point we were having dinner, and I told him like, oh, I cannot wait to journal about this when I get home. And I just caught myself being like so thankful that I have this journal that I can write all of my good memories in. And I'm sure like down the line, one day I can sit and read all of this and just be happy about the good times. It has definitely helped me appreciate things happening in my day. And also, like sometimes when I have a hard day, I cannot wait to like journal about it so that I can get things off my chest and then go to bed with a clear mind and with, I don't know, just, a renewed sense of peace. All right, and we also got the borders in. I feel like this is such a nice chocolatey kind of vibe. What was my lowest 75 soft moment so far? Now, the first thing that came to my mind was our fail day because that was really sad. I was really sad about that fail day in the first week. But it's okay. I feel like the recovery from that was so amazing that it kind of was worth it failing one day so that I could actually like think about how much I really want to get this done. And I got it done. And also the day that I was really, really sick. I feel like those were my two lowest 75 soft moments so far. And I have one bonus question, which is what's the funniest? Technically, I used to say I completed a task. Now I have to talk about yesterday, okay? As I mentioned, we went to Düsseldorf and we had this ramen bowl, which was filled with broth. And I was done with one bottle of water by the time we left for Düsseldorf, but I still had half a liter left to drink. And I we were eating ramen, and I remember thinking, this has so much broth in it that I feel like technically it's my water intake, and if I don't drink a drop of water after this, I'll be totally fine because the broth made up for the amount of water I should be drinking. But with all honesty, I came back home and then I ended up being very thirsty, so I ended up having a lot of water anyways, and I completed 1 liter anyways. But I remember thinking, like, whilst I was having the broth, that this kind of makes up for my water intake. So yeah, that was my funniest technicality that I used. We are finally done. I feel like it took so long, longer than I expected, but this is our final spread. I'm so happy. It's so cute and so colorful. I thought it would be like very congested, but I'm glad that it's like a good size that everything fits and it's very aesthetically pleasing for me. So I'm very happy. And that concludes our video for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions about 75 Soft or about journaling or anything, let me know in the comments. I'll address them in the next video. And I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Ta-ta, bye-bye.